Hey guys, good evening. Hope you're all well tonight. Firstly, I wanted to just get you guys to go over to the theultimateclose.com. Reason why, if you have any kind of sales structure, or you need any kind of sales structure, or you've got little implements of a good sales structure, the Ultimate Close is where you can fulfill your whole sales structure from the beginning to the end, from cold calling to closing, for building value, etc. Go to theultimateclose.com, check it out. It's all free, no opt-in. Gives you a bit of an idea, and if you want to go any further, hey, it's up to you. But tonight, what I wanted to talk about was creating value in a client, in yourself, and getting a client to spend more money. Now, I've got two examples which I want to go over. And I'm going to tell the stories first, and then we're going to look at how we do that, because it's really, really simple. And the thing is, it happens in everyday life, whether you know it or not. And I think when I sort of go over this, you'll start realizing that it does happen in everyday life, and you can bring in lots of different situations of your own life. But the problem is, when we're at work, when we're in our office, when we're talking to clients or talking to prospects, we don't seem to put these principles into place. And it's really, really simple. So last week, actually, one of the videos where I'm sitting in my car, I have been getting office equipment, PCs, laptops, if any of the PCs need fixing, my Mac or whatever, and I drive to another city to get that done. I could go down the road to Curry's, but I don't. I decide not to. And what's the reason for that? I've built up a relationship, or more to the point that my supplier, which is just a small shop, it's no one big, they actually give a shit. They want my business, and they want to know, and they've done that by building a rapport with me. Let me just turn that off because we don't want to hear that noise. They've been building a rapport with me over the years to find out what my business does, how many PCs my business will need, how often I need to get things fixed, and things like that. Now, if I go down to Curry's or PC World, I get really crap service. I get a load of people not caring about what my business does. I don't think I've ever been asked any point. I'm usually standing around the store waiting for someone to come and serve me, and you've got people just wandering around. And it's a complete pain that happens. Secondly, this one kind of blew my mind because James at work told me about it the other day, and even still now as I'm talking about it, it's just a little weird why this company would do this. So I don't want to make this really complicated, but so I'm going to call different products. So we have one of our products, which is a business database. Now, we have a supplier that sends us that database, and we have it in-house, and we get all the updates, and we sell that. So we're in that kind of way, we're a broker. Even though we have our own products, we're a broker for this particular supplier. Now, we have one of our clients also get supplied this data to them. They pay an annual fee, just like we pay a fee. They choose to come to us to buy that data. Now, why do they do that? Because we have created so much value by actually giving a shit that they would rather give us money on top of the fee they already pay. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. If from a financial point of view, if their finance director was to look at it, it makes absolutely no sense. But what we've done is, we've done such a good job of providing value to this client that all they want to do is come to us. And they've been quite honest in saying to us, I shouldn't buy this from you. I should buy it straight from the supplier. In fact, we're already taking this from the supplier. We're paying for this on a monthly basis. Yeah, I'm going to give you thousands more just because they know that we'll deliver quickly, we'll make the experience better for them, we actually give a shit about what they need. So rather than just saying, hey, you need this, we're actually spending time finding out what will work best for what their solution is. That means they're paying two people. They've got two suppliers for the same product. Now, that doesn't happen very often, but the way we've built our business over the last 7 years, using the structure that we have in place in the ultimate sales structure, is putting value really, really high on there. It's not just about having a conversation with someone and selling to them. You can't just do that. You can't make a cold call to someone completely out of the blue and sell to them on the first call. I don't think I've ever done it in my entire career. It just does not happen. So the way you need to do this is really, really simple. And it's part of that rapport building. And that's another episode, that's another talk altogether. I used to think, and people still do, I mean, how many calls do you guys get at work? I mean, I get a lot. And it's usually of some guy or girl who's just, I don't know, I'm not even paying attention because the call's so bad. But when you have a good sales call of someone who actually knows what they're doing, you will end up having a 20-minute conversation with them. And you can do that by asking some very, very simple questions. Questions such as, what is your business trying to achieve? You don't need to go and ask questions to who they're using. Now, most people don't like to give away who they're using. I don't know why. From my point of view, if I'm trying to get a new tender on some IT or telecoms or whatever, I personally think that I can negotiate better if that particular supplier knows who I'm buying from. I think that I can negotiate better and get better prices on that. If I hide it, all I'm doing is probably putting the backup of that particular supplier. So you want to ask questions such as what they're trying to achieve. Do they use your product already, or is it something they've done? If they've used their product, it's even better because you've got an easier way to get into them as becoming for them to become a client. If they've never used your product like yours ever, it's going to be a harder sell because you've got to really start selling someone not just on the value of the product, but why they're better to use this product. If I call someone up to sell them data, and they're already buying data, it's an easier journey for me because I can say, are they happy with their supplier? Is there anything that we can do that's better? And this is a good one, which we've used a lot. Out of 1 to 10, and you need to actually get them to actually say a number. So out of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your current supplier or provider? They'll probably turn around and say, yeah, everything's all right, but you need to get a number. So, okay, is it one out of 1 to 10? Is it 7? Are you that happy? Yeah, I would say it's 6. What do we need to do to get you to a 10? And that will then start getting the people thinking about their current supplier, thinking about the situation they're in, and they'll start thinking, well, the price is okay. Okay, well, if we got a better price, would that take you up to a 7? Yeah, okay. How quickly do you receive the product? Is it something you get by email, or do you have to wait for the post? So you could speed up the delivery. If it was by post, how long does it usually take? Well, we usually get it in 3 days. Well, if we were to, every time you ordered, we got it out that day, and you had it for next day, would that take you to an 8? Yeah, I suppose. And then you keep going through those questions until you get to a 10, and try and get to a 10. Once you're up there, if they started on a 6 or a 7, and you've got them to an 8 or a 9, maybe not even a 10, that person is then in a situation where you can turn around and say, so if we can deliver on all those things that we've just talked about, why would you not use us as a supplier over the supplier you're currently having? And that's usually their answer. There are so many different ways that you can meet people's objections and get the closes on those calls. So when you're doing cold calling, when you're doing prospecting, always ask about the things they're doing. That's what giving a shit is, ringing someone up and trying to create a relationship where did you watch the football at the weekend? I don't like football. I don't watch any sport. Absolutely pointless. If someone's cold calling me or trying to prospect me and they're asking me about whether I watched it, from my point of view, I'm just like, look, I haven't got the time for this call. I really don't care. No, I didn't watch the football.